Hi, I'm Regina Lee, and I'll be talking about the Great Bubble Barrier, something that's moving the world forward right now. The amount of pollution in our air, land, and water is a major issue that the world is facing today. The World Bank, which has 189 member countries and is fighting poverty worldwide through sustainable solutions, states that pollution of air, land, and water causes more than 9 million premature deaths, 16% of all deaths worldwide. It is also known that the equivalent of one full garbage truck of plastic is dumped into our oceans every minute. This affects our drinking water as well as the quality of our food. Anne Evelines, the Chief Business Development Officer and co-founder of the Great Bubble Barrier, states that plastic does not decay. It moves up in the food chain. First the fish eat the plastic, then we eat the fish, and then therefore there's plastic in our own bodies. The Great Bubble Barrier is a system that's moving the world forward by collecting an abundance of plastic before it gets into our oceans and doing it in a way where fish and ships are not disrupted. Francis Soet, Chief Operations Officer and co-founder of the Great Bubble Barrier, in a TED Talk said that it's essential to stop plastic on the way to the ocean because it's hard to collect it in the ocean, and two-thirds of plastic comes from the rivers. The Great Bubble Barrier collects plastic the full width and depth of the river. The depth part is key because once it's on the ocean floor, it is so much harder to collect. Not only is the plastic already coming from the rivers, but it's just easier to collect there. The Great Bubble Barrier uses existing technology in a new way. Oil rigs already use bubble curtains in order to contain oil spills. The Great Bubble Barrier uses the natural current of the river to guide the plastic, and they put this bubble barrier on an angle, and that's how they're using it in a new way. A bubble barrier can be placed both in big rivers and in small canals. This bubble system is being used only in an Amsterdam river right now, but tests have shown that 80% of plastic is collected. And the plastic can be as small as 1 millimeter. For perspective, a diameter of a marble is 10 millimeters. This is really crucial because it is known that in the ocean there's plastic soup, which is a collection of small plastics. So being able to capture small plastics is what makes the Great Bubble Barrier so great. It also allows fish and ships to pass through unharmed. It doesn't disrupt the ecosystem or trade. It's simple and efficient by using tubes of compressed air to create bubbles. And this puts more oxygen into the water, which is great because right now, with all the pollution and nitrogen, the drinking water quality is down, and it also makes it harder for marine life to survive. Unlike other ocean cleanup projects, this project is easily scalable and it doesn't need changes in infrastructure or policies because the technology already exists and is being used in different ways. Simon Reddy and Winnie Lau wrote about breaking the plastic wave and are directors of the International Environment Pew Charitable Trust. They state that they can cut annual flows of plastic in the oceans by 80% in the next 20 years by using new and existing solutions. It's important to note that they think that no one solution alone can do this, but the Great Bubble Barrier is definitely a contributor in this statistic. Though it's only functioning in the Amsterdam River right now, the Great Bubble Barrier is a method many countries should adopt because it keeps our waters and earth cleaner. Though it'd be best if no plastic ended up in our waters at all, it's great that we have people, like the founders of the Great Bubble Barrier, who are moving the world forward. By collecting trash before it gets into our oceans and creating a solution that doesn't disrupt the flow of ocean life and water travel, the Great Bubble Barrier is moving the world forward today. And here are the sites I used.